Hey, what is up, guys? It is Slick or Slick Mafia back again with another video, and in this one, we are going to be reacting to a video titled Marvel vs. DC, Most Money-Grossing Movies Ever. So obviously, the grammar is not very good in the title of this video, but we're essentially reacting to the box office performance of superhero films, particularly Marvel vs. DC films. So let's jump right in here. I'm very curious to follow this. Obviously, it's hilarious to see Supergirl here, which made $17 million. That is quite literally the worst movie I've ever seen. Never, ever, ever watch it under any means unless you're really desperately bored. Because even when you're bored, you know how some movies are so bad that they're good? Supergirl is so bad that it is like even worse. I can't even describe it. This is the worst movie I've ever fucking seen. Okay, so first thing that I'm really interested to see is that Superman 78 beat Batman 1989. Would not have expected that. Batman Returns coming out here. Broadly speaking, Batman films are beating Superman and Supergirl, but Superman 78 seems to really be dominating. Obviously, adjusted for inflation in the 80s, 400 million rather would be close to $1 billion, I believe, with inflation. Notice as well, no Marvel movies on the list at all. We're now in 1995. There's still no Marvel movies. It is literally just Batman and Superman. So the MCU is really a recent phenomenon, obviously, goes without saying, starting with Iron Man, but even just Marvel movies more broadly. So now Batman is really starting to show his power here with Batman Forever, Batman 1989, and Batman Returns 1992. In comes Batman and Robin, which is also doing quite well. Not quite reaching the heights of 1989. I wonder why. See, Batman and Robin is a movie that's so fun and so bad that it's kind of good. Supergirl 1984 is literally just the worst. It's just awful. Perhaps there are a few moments in it that are funny. So Superman 1978 is really performing well and still getting a lot of money on the back end of presumably DVD sales and whatnot. In comes X-Men. Okay, X-Men bumps Batman and Robin. Deservedly so, I think. So that's our first, obviously, non-DC film to chart. Oh, no, sorry, we had Blade 2. Never mind. Okay, now it's about to get good because we're about to hit. Yeah, this is about to go quick. Oh my God, are you serious? That quick? Spider-Man, Raimi Spider-Man just overtakes. God damn, that's crazy. Okay, X-Men 2. Hulk 2003 comes in. Okay, Superman 1978 still is going strong. Spider-Man 2, Raimi Spider-Man 2 comes in. Is it going to get number one? No, it's still behind Superman 78. Okay, Batman Begins 2005 comes in. I think that's going to end up around the middle. I think it grossed 550 at the box office. Yeah, Batman Begins didn't chart anywhere close to Spider-Man 2002. That is crazy to me. Unbelievable that. Look at Batman Begins down there. I mean, that is a Nolan masterpiece. Batman solo film. That is unreal. Spider-Man 3 comes in. Oh my God. Come on. That high? No way. How did Spider-Man 3 beat Spider-Man 2? That movie sucks. Okay, The Dark Knight comes in. Let's see The Dark Knight. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. The Dark Knight just dethroned everything. Okay, I'm happy to see that. I think that's deserved. The Dark Knight is definitely better than Spider-Man. That's my hot take. But the Spider-Man post-sales might overtake Dark Knight. I don't know. Dark Knight is definitely the best superhero film ever made, for sure. Okay, now we're about to get into the MCU. We already are. 2008, 2010, Iron Man 2. But now it's really about to get crazy because we're approaching Endgame, and okay, Thor comes in towards the bottom. Supergirl's finally dethroned, thank the Lord. Avengers comes in. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Dark Knight Rises? Okay. Iron Man 3 comes in. You can see now the engine of the machine. I mean, look at Iron Man 3. It's not a good movie, but look at how it just, the Marvel machine is just, by this point, by 2014, they're on top of the world. I guarantee you their next film's going to get charted too. That pops up here. Guardians is probably going to go up. No, it actually didn't go that high. Never mind. Iron Man 3 is number 2. That is crazy. Age of Ultron comes in. It charts at number 2. Iron Man 3, Spider-Man 2002, and then The Dark Knight. So now you can see how we've changed from DC dominating and basically being the only people on the list to now in the top 5, there's only one DC film. Just crazy. BVS charts in all the way towards the bottom. 2016, 800 million. So now we're really about to explode. We're about to get Infinity War and Endgame to come on. Homecoming towards the bottom. But now you can see the numbers are just so large that Infinity War is going to go all the way to the top. Yep, Infinity War towards the top. Now the top 6 is exclusively Marvel. Infinity War all the way up there. Endgame's going to go right to the top. Yep. So now the top 7 is all Marvel. Endgame is going to set that record. And there we are. So Endgame, number 1, then Infinity War. I think that's deserved. I mean, frankly, even though I think The Dark Knight's a better film than both, it's deserved because of the impact that those two films had on the genre. I mean, they're genre-defining feats, obviously. Their scale is awe-inspiring, frankly. And I think that's deserved. Marvel's Avengers 2012, Age of Ultron. Oh, okay, yeah. That's sad. Black Panther, painfully mediocre and overrated as well. I've only seen it once, but I wouldn't rewatch it. My feeling was just that it was very, very mediocre and average of a film. So I don't think that deserves to be in the top 5 at all. Iron Man 3 also doesn't deserve to be there. Spider-Man 2002, that deserves it. Dark Knight deserves it. Dark Knight Rises even, I think, deserves it. Captain America Civil War, definitely a really important film for its time. For those of you that don't know the backstory of Captain America Civil War, actually they decided to do that film after BVS was announced. And as soon as BVS was announced, they decided to basically do their own version of it, and it came out 2 months after. In May of 2016, BVS came out in March of 2016. Spider-Man 3, 2007, terrible movie, but it's kind of fun to watch, kind of a guilty pleasure. Superman 78 deserves to be there. Aquaman's cool. I like Aquaman, actually. And then Spider-Man 2, 2004, there at the bottom. So you can see BVS not even on the list. Is any DCEU movie on the list? Aquaman is the only one. So, yeah, this kind of shows, the power of the Marvel machine, really, in the MCU, and it shows what DC should be aspiring to do. This is what they should be doing going forward. They need to create this continuity universe. They need to bring the comic book universe to life, and the way that you do that is by casting a bunch of characters and putting them on screen together. And think about how cool it would be to do, Justice League versus Teen Titans, but live action, to do a Batman and I don't know, a Batman Aquaman crossover movie. I don't know, that would be fun. Just thinking of things, that they really need to start thinking outside the box, and doing these solo films, I don't know, is the right approach. I think that each director can have autonomy and do what they want to do and still be coherent within this same universe. This might be controversial. A lot of people really like the idea of doing the solo films. And by the way, you can still do that. You can still do Joker outside of the DC film canon. But fundamentally, I like to see the comic books come to life. And what that looks like really is coordinating these characters together and putting them in context with one another, and building a broader DC cinematic universe. And the DCEU was a good attempt at that, but fundamentally it didn't. It had some missteps and misfires. While BVS is a great movie, it works again as a a spin-off non-canon film. It is not the Batman from the comics. It's not really even Superman from the comics. I think that Marvel did one thing right, and that was bringing forward the fundamental main interpretation of those characters into the MCU. So it wasn't like a weird version of Thor. Like imagine if the first time we saw Thor, it was Thor in Endgame, right? That's what they did with Batman. They brought in like the weird version of Batman that like murks people and blows people up with strafing runs and hates humanity. It's like, okay, I guess. But then when you watch Long Halloween or you read Batman Hush, you're like, where is this Batman? Like, this is the Batman I know. Or you play Batman Arkham Batman, frankly. And then you're like, fuck, where is this? I mean, this is what we want. So anyway, that's my DCEU rant. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Marvel vs. DC box office. As you can see, DC dominated early, Marvel dominated late, and we will see what happens in the next 10 years. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.